Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Center for Business B412 and B422 Analytics for Business Decision Making program. This postgraduate program is run in both online and offline format. My name is Dr. Robin Yap, and I'll show you a little bit more about what this program is about. I am the program coordinator for the analytics programs at George Brown College's Center for Business. So, why would we want to take on an analytics postgraduate at George Brown? Let me tell you why in a couple of minutes. We're also going to talk about some program basics as well as work experience that you're going to have opportunities to take on, our industry connections that strengthens our program and continues to embolden and strengthen us every semester, the career and job prospects that are available for you, as well as, of course, how you can apply for the programs. First off, we want to understand what business analytics is, and it is important to distinguish it from data science. While both processes analyze data to solve business problems, the difference between business analytics and data science lies in how data is used. In business analytics, we are concerned with extracting meaningful insights from and visualizing data to facilitate the decision-making process. That's what the ultimate goal of our program. Data science is focused on making sense of raw data using algorithms, statistical models, and computer programming. That's not what we want to do, although we will have an opportunity in this program to have an idea of what these various programs look like so that then we are able to speak the language of the technologists who will be working on the data and allow us to facilitate that decision-making on our side. So to better understand this, we want to then make sure that we go to a program that is developed by highly qualified individuals and experts in the field, as well as located in environments that not only are close proximity to where the evolving landscape of data is occurring and happening and making waves in the industry as well as the country, but also you want to be in an area where the opportunities for networking and job prospects are plentiful. And that's where George Brown is. So you want us to be in this environment wherein our faculty have such significant experience in the industry, and we do have that. We have very strong connections to our analytics related associations, as well as a solid program advisory board that provides us some very important analytics expertise so that our program aligns very well with what the industry needs, and we constantly evolve and improve and ensure that we are aligned in what is needed out in the field so that our graduates run immediately to workplaces that are ready for their expertise. Our curriculum has very solid industry input, as I've said, and exceeds ministry standards. We do have a diversity of our student body that allows for a rich engagement in the classroom, whether that's online, offline, or hybrid. Our program, it has two intakes. We have intakes in the fall, we have intakes in the winter. Now, this is a 2-semester program, and the class sizes on average would be less than 50, and you want it to be in that size to be able to have great engagement as well as personalized relationships with the faculty who are teaching the program. We also have a program that is cohort-based, which means if you have any opportunities for ensuring that there is not only a rich conversation, but an environment wherein your class links to the other class, so that then it's a cohesive whole. You want it to be in this cohort format. And we do understand that there are individuals who may not be able to have a full schedule and therefore have to scale back and be in a part-time format, and that is okay. What needs to be done, though, is although it is not the way the program is set up, there are individuals who have done that. It is a discussion that you will have with our business office. And so you work with them, you also work with our admissions office, and then when you are part of the program with our registration, and then you'll be all set for any of the special requirements you have regarding your schedules. Now, I'm not going to write the whole course summaries and learning outcomes on this slide because otherwise it'll be really long, but I did put in the links here so that then you get to know where they're located if you'd like more information around them. And all of our course lines are available online. You can search George Brown Program Course Outlines, and you'll be able to see what the content is for each of those classes. Now, our program is set up for a B412 and B422, depending on the delivery modality that you're taking. What does that mean? It means then that if you're an international student, you are required to be in a format wherein there are times when you're in the classroom, there may be times when you're online, but for the most part, you will be in one of our campuses, and that is part of a ministry requirement, immigration requirement, as well as opportunities for work. So the ability to be in our campus is an important factor of this program. If you are domestic, though, you have the opportunity to take a fully online version of this program, which is the 422. It's exactly the same. It's just that the delivery modality is all online. So that is in place. We have intakes for those individuals. And the first semester, there are you look at it as 6 classes. In reality, there is a 7th one, but as you can see from the top, first entry, it is an intro to analytics, which is a very important session to be able to have an understanding of what this whole program is about. And then halfway through the semester, you take on the applied business communications component of the program. So that's in the same semester, it's just divided into 2. And each of those classes have marks for that, or grades. And then the rest of the classes in this format are all throughout the semester. So they would have 15 weeks on it. We do have intersessions halfway through that. And so which essentially is like a reading week. And students don't go to class, but they may have assignments. They may, it's right after midterms for the most part. And so, or preparation for a midterm. So that time is adjusted, and not adjusted, but identified for whatever activity the professor may be interested in adding for you to ensure that you are on top of things. It is an intensive program. So do expect that it will be a lot of critical thinking, a lot of learning new concepts that you may not be familiar with, especially if you're jumping into an environment where you're coming from that is may not be a whole combination of a little bit of technology, a little bit of programming, a little bit of and a lot of business on it, and that whole combination. It's like a boot camp. So think about it like a boot camp, and then you're very prepared into the rigor that is involved in ensuring that you be successful in that program. The reason why it's set up that way is that we want our students to be well prepared for any type of environment that you're going to be going into after the program, and literally be ready on the second day in that work. So that's why it's set up that way. On the second semester of your program, a little bit more deeper dive into data mining, into web metrics and decision based on advanced analytics and so forth. And there are some prerequisites to getting into this this second semester. So you want to make sure that you are successful in the first semester. And if you decide to actually take just part of the classes in a, I'm putting it in quote, part-time format, because the class is set up as a cohort that's taking all the classes, then you need to be prepared that if the class that you have not taken because you have withdrawn from it, or then the second part of that class cannot be taken until you complete the first one because of a prerequisite requirement. The second semester also requires you to have a capstone. And what capstone does is it allows for an opportunity to work out in the field, to be able to have a better understanding of what happens in the Canadian workplace. So our capstone comes from our partners. We have partner companies that allow for relationships with our students, and some are paid, some are unpaid, depending on which company is going to be hiring you. But it is part and parcel of this program. Some of the other program companies are part of what we call within the campus. There might be labs there, and I have a lab that I take on individuals as well, and they can use that for their capstone. So there are opportunities inside the school, outside the school, and then outside the school, it's a whole slew of other organizations that you can go to. You do need to recognize that some of them may be paid, some of them may be unpaid, but ultimately at the end of the day, you get that opportunity that you can put in your resume, which is always a good thing. The employers can be SMEs, which is small to medium-sized enterprises, or very large organizations. So at the end of the day, you can take on a small company, large company, and you will have opportunities to learn how it works in this environment. Now, we do have very strong connections in the industry. So we do have a program advisory council or committee. And what that is that it's a group of a dozen or so experts in the field and senior leaders and executives, and they come together regularly throughout the year and even before this program started, so that then they can hash out every little detail, and they do look at every single program outcome, as well as course outlines, as well as our case studies, and even sometimes a couple of them look at every single exam that happens, what every week looks like. It's a very rigorous process because they're putting their name as well as their stamp of approval in the program that then gets released and be available for you. So know that your program that you take on is not just a couple of us putting it together, but it's actually a whole industry of experts have put their minds together to actually build this for you. And it's constantly evolving. I meet with them regularly to ensure that whatever it is that we're teaching actually aligns to what's happening out in the world. So we have very solid relationship with SAS, for example. So that is something that you will become very familiar with in this program. We are part of the IIBA certification, as well as ACSBCs are certification bodies that allow additional credibility and through the accreditation that they provide. We are a Tier 3 SAS accredited program, which allows you then to get this nice badge that you can put on your resume and even on your LinkedIn profile, which is a well-recognized badge for companies that take analytics-related jobs, so they know what that is. There's many opportunities for networking when you are in our program, and part of being successful in the workplace in Canada is to have a very solid capability, competency networking. So you will become very comfortable in doing that. And you can do it in a variety of ways. By being active in student associations, we do have an analytics club, which comprises of an executive board, a couple of folks from across the college, not just the Center for Business. We have members from our health informatics program, for example. So they use analytics for healthcare. And then we have technology people who very much are into programming, but they use analytics in there as well. And by combining all these individuals into an analytics club, that allows for this cross merging of ideas and conversations that it showcases regularly through our speaker series. So the Analytics Club puts out a speaker series that is available for everybody, and it's even available online. You will be able to see it. There's a link here that you can check to see what's been discussed in the past, and you get to learn. We even have alumni that come back and speak to our students to get their opinion on how they have now applied what they have learned in the program out in the field. And I do encourage you to join the Analytics Club prior to jumping into the program, just so you get a feel of the vibrancy of the student body. And they post their activities and all the events that happen. They have job posts in there, so go at it, go join it, and we'll approve you coming in. We also have an analytics hub, so there's 2 sets of analytics type group on LinkedIn. So all of the students are recommended to join the Analytics Club. The Analytics Hub allows for this transition once you have graduated to connect now to the field. And a lot of our experts, a lot of our PAC members or Program Advisory Committee members are actually part of the hub, so they answer questions. All of that stuff happens on that side. Another way to network is to join competition teams. And we constantly win. We have been very good at win, and we just won recently this year at the SAS competition. So SAS provides this international competition where we have schools from Mexico, from Canada, from the US, and they all compete and we win. And it's great because it allows to not just showcase the value of the education that we provide, but also the quality of the students that are in our programs. And one of the competition is around safe roads. So what that is you get tons and tons of data around the roads, traffic, pedestrian, all of the road-related data in Toronto, for example, and then all the competition teams will then develop solutions, recommendations, and suggestions through a series of Q&A, and they have their own presentations, so they enhance their presentation skills and also be able to showcase that to a panel of really good judges and experts and people out in the field. And then a lot of the recommendations have been taken on. The other opportunity is to join the Enactus team. Enactus is worldwide. It is amazing. It's an opportunity to be connected to social justice enterprises. And so if you're interested in that type of activity, there is an opportunity for you to participate and be able to then go out there and make a difference out in the world. And our school has been winning very large funding for those teams to be able to then share with their social enterprise activities. So that's good. The other activities are around, we have a lab, and as you can see in the photo, it's me and a robot. It's one of the 10 robots that I have, and it's called the Human Technology Lab or Humanity Technology Lab. We call it Humology, and it's a research lab. And what that does is we bring in robots to environments that may not be recognize the value of it and be able to share our expertise and our understanding and also be able to research how humans behave in environments where there's technology around them. So it's quite a way to put your analytics hat on in an emerging workplace wherein robots become part of they become your coworkers. So that's an interesting opportunity there as well. So there's many opportunities for networking as well as learning new things that may not be covered in class that creates a much more holistic experience for you as a student. So I always suggest participating in these opportunities. Now, for the career and job placements that you would see, there's quite a bit of them, right? Job prospects, I should say. So you will see potential employment roles around business intelligence, data analysts. There are some quantitative analysts that are out there, marketing, operations, and it can be in a variety of industries, from transportation to healthcare to human resources to marketing and advertising and so forth. One of the things that I've seen is that the government of Canada actually tracks the number of potential jobs that are happening, and an analytics-related job is set to increase 27%, the largest percentage in any of the job categories in the country until 2028. So you are on track to be able to find jobs that are available out there for you. And this website actually identifies that there's at least 18,000 jobs that are available right now for you. So check it out. And you can just Google that, actually. Just Google Job Bank Canada and then analytics jobs, and then it'll show you what's out there. So it's very exciting for us to see that. Now, how do you apply? This is hopefully exciting for you, and hopefully I got to introduce you to a little bit more about what this program is about. If you're a domestic student, you go to OCAS, and the link is right here, ontariocolleges.ca. If you are an international student, there is a link on our website in the B412 or B412 program that says international students. Click on that and they'll get you to the appropriate link. If you have any question at any given time, our business office will be able to answer most of your questions, as well as our admissions office, whether that's international or domestic admissions. Again, if you want to search online additional information that I may not have covered today, you can do that fairly simply by typing George Brown and then B412 if you're international or domestic, and B422 if you're domestic. So that's the online one, right? The B422. And my email address is here, as well as my academic director, who I report to, is here as well. And we are happy to provide you any direction that we may not have specific answers, especially if your question is around tuition fee or scheduling. Any of those things I can't answer, but I can direct you to where you need to go if you at any given time get lost in the application process. So just let me know. And that is it for me. So thank you so much. Have a great day. And I look forward to seeing you in our hallways, virtual or otherwise. Have a great day. Bye.